Character isn't just all about what you do in the dark, right? It's also about what you do with the dark. That also speaks of character, and that's very, very important. It's a timeless principle that should never, ever change in this profession, regardless of whether it's 5 years, 52 years from now. Doris, I know she's going to be strong and healthy. 52 years from now, and she's going to be talking on stage still. Okay? There was a story about this man and this couple that went to a KFC, ordered a bucket of chicken, okay, and went to the park for a picnic, all right? It was a Sunday afternoon, and they just wanted to have a lazy Sunday afternoon. When they opened the bucket, lo and behold, they saw money inside the bucket, all right? And so naturally, the man said, okay, natural thing to do. They went back to the KFC store and to the manager and said, you know what? We ordered chicken. We didn't order $200. Okay, so we'd like to have my chicken, all right? And so the manager was so grateful because, that these guys even managed, or that these guys even took the trouble to go back, all right? So the manager said, oh, we'd like to thank you and everything like that. Can we take your photo and put your picture on the local paper? Not enough people do this nowadays, and we should highlight it, as a reminder for people that, you know what? Even in this day and age, there are still some honest people out there. So the man takes the manager aside and said, I'd really rather you didn't do that. See, this woman I'm with isn't my wife. So where's the character there? I mean, to have integrity and ethics and character, we need to be consistent la. Yeah? Are you with me? Okay? We need to have that consistency. A lot of times I hear networking leaders talking about ethics on stage and teaching their people on, and everything. And then after the event, somebody comes up to you and says, you know what? I've got this prospect. Okay? Problem is, somebody had already presented the business to him. What do I do? Right? What do I do? Far too often I see people making some rationalizations and some justifications so that they could find a way to actually get that prospect into their organization. Where's the character? Where's the integrity? We need to change, right? Does everybody agree we need to change? Yes? Well, guess what? Even if you don't agree, the reality is, even if you just stand still, standing still and saying, I'm not going to budge. This is how my upline taught me 10 years ago, 14 years ago, 20 years ago, and this is how I'm going to do it, right? The reality is, even if you stand still and not budge, recognize that standing still is going to be the fastest way for you to move backwards. Because you're not actually standing still. By standing still, you're moving backwards. Anyone here want to move backwards? There you go. All right. So why do we even change? Because change is a fundamental element of growth. Okay. And the biggest challenge to change that we really need to be watching out for is nothing else but that resistance. Okay, that is so natural, that is so common to all of us. But before we even talk about the resistance that people have towards whatever, when we talk about this business being a transformational business, hey, you know what? I really want you to listen to this. This business will change your life, right? How many of you have heard that before? How many of you have said that before? Right? We're in the business of changing lives, and it's true. We're in the business of transforming lives. But before we could even talk about transforming lives, we need to look into transforming ourselves, right? We need to look into making those changes ourselves first. The biggest resistance really is not the resistance people have towards us and our opportunity and our products. The biggest resistance we need to fight is the resistance that we have over here.